Hi guys, Leon from Cropredy Campers. Congratulations on hiring this Sunlight 600 RT Adventure Edition. I'm just going to do a brief walkthrough of this vehicle, and I will also do a walkthrough when you collect. So it's a 4-berth motorhome. Comfortably sleep 4 adults, big roof space. So you got a double bed here. Your gas on this one is in this back compartment. Remember to isolate this before you drive, and if you have to change it, it's flow gas, not colour. Your water is under here. So what you do is if you turn this knob to the left, that empties the water. If you turn it to the right, then it's sealed for filling up. So before you leave, you'll have to undo that to empty it, and you fill it up through here. You'll know when it's full because it starts spilling out. You plug in your electric hookup this side. This side in here is your access to your cassette toilet to empty it. This little Allen key looking fella here, that's to empty your grey waste before you leave site. The key for that is in the gas locker. That's just the vent for your heating system. Right, let's have a quick look inside then. Swivel seats then. To activate these, you've got this one here, it's backwards and forwards, and this one here. You have to do them at the same time to move them backwards and forwards. Also, just be a bit steady when you're doing them, because sometimes they can catch the sides, so just watch when you're doing that. You've got room. You've got a 12-volt TV there, it's a smart TV. There's no area on this van, so you have to hotspot off your phone or the Wi-Fi from the site. This does pull out as well with this little bracket here. The remote for that is in your knife and fork drawer. So stepping up into this then, so this ladder will either be in the back here underneath the bed or up here. So you have to extend the ladder. You see you've got some red clips there and some black clips here. And once you've extended, you've got this here that's fixed in. You hook it over the top and you connect these little straps here, and that stops the little ones from falling. And just up into the bed here, you see it's a nice sized double bed. You got a light there as well, which you can close and leave as a fly screen. And also under this bed, you see this black netting here. You've got a silver pole there. If you grab that, that pulls right the way over and hooks into these grey sockets here, which prevents the children from falling out. Entirely up to you which way you put your heads. I normally put my feet that end. This is a cigarette socket. This side is your electric lock. So what you have to do before you put the roof up, you have to press that, hold it, and you'll hear it disengage. You must pull the roof up and down with this centre strip here so it closes evenly. When you get to the bottom, you can then give it a pull on the 2 handles each side, and you should hear it click in. If it's not locked in, a little alarm will go off before you set off. Also the same with the side step. That'll buzz. So you've got a nice size fridge on this one, with a freezer compartment. That's 240 and 12 volts. That'll be running all the time if you've got your electrics on up here. You can see at the moment, the orange means it's plugged into 240, the green means the 12-volt system's on. If you turn that on and off, that means your fridge and all your electrics are off. When you unplug, that orange light will go off. So if you want your fridge running when you're driving, have that on. So moving into the van then. This, you got a lovely toilet and shower room. Probably advise not to use a shower, but you can do if you want to in emergencies and if you're off grid. So what you do is you pull this here up here into this compartment here, and then you've got a shower curtain that you wrap around yourself. It's a little bit tight. The other thing you can do in the summer as well is if you're playing in the river or you're surfing, you can open that window and that shower head will go out there. So you've got a gas hob and sink in the kitchen. everything you need in the drawer supplied. Above the cooker, so here's your cleaning utensils and your fire blanket. So you've got glasses, mugs, plates, cutlery and first aid kit. The lower cupboards, you've got a fold up washing up bowl with all your stuff in there, and so you've got tea towels, scourer, cloth and dustpan and brush. It's so much easier just to put your washing up in there and take it to a washing up point rather than cleaning here. If it's small stuff, it's easy, so we supply that for ease. Middle shelf, all your pots and pans are in this bag here. Kettle is a gas kettle, there's a collapsible colander and a roll of toilet roll on the bottom. And this one here is just for storage for all your food and stuff. There's some baskets in there to help with the storage. And then you've got overhead compartments in the bedroom area. USB sockets just near here. Fire extinguisher for electrical fires. Under here is your wardrobe. Under your seat here, that's your electric. So if anything trips when you're away, then you open this up and flick it back on. The gas, you don't have to touch those, they'll be on all the time because it'll be isolated at the back. Any problems in the cold weather with your boiler, there's a thermostat there, so that will turn you off to push that. That's that blue button there. A couple of storage areas underneath the table. Also this table, which I can't show you because the ladder's in the way, if you lift it up like this, that will slide backwards and forwards to suit. And also, if you pull that button underneath, there's an extra table that comes out, which actually makes you able to reach the table when you're sat in that position there. So just remember then guys, when you pull this roof down, do it from that centre strap there so it's nice and even. You get it right down. And you've got the two handles each side. When it's right down, give that a pull firmly and it should engage the electric lock and click. Then you've got these straps here to connect back in. And like I said, if you start the ignition, it's making a beep. It means the roof's pulled down. It isn't pulled down properly. And the ladder, I think I'll speak to you about that. That just clips in up there. And the only other thing is, when you empty the cassette toilet from the back, you have to make sure that this is in the closed position. So just here you've got a grey knob. Pull that to the right, that opens it. That won't pull out the other side. Close it across and that will pull out. Enjoy your stay. If you have any questions, please do drop us a line. Thank you.